Hey guys, how's it going? TheHaggardNerd here. Welcome back to Factorio. Let's just kind of jump back in and see where we were. Alright, so we left off, I think last episode we were working on all this oil stuff. It's been a couple days, so pardon me for not immediately remembering. The one thing I want to address immediately is if you were watching this before, you probably were shaking your head when I did all this. And I will now admit I completely agree with you with the head shaking. So I had this idea where these trains could queue up here and each one could go to different locations for like smelters or whatever. I want smelters to be here. But I realized that this is actually an old way I used to do things with having, say, like iron here and copper here and blah 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 and all the other different smeltable items. I in one of my previous saves, oh goodness, that's loud, I adjusted my sounds as well, and apparently I need to change that. Okay, let's get back. Oh, sorry, that was distracting. So basically what I'm planning on doing here is I'm going to redo this a little bit here, and I am only going to put iron smelters here because I want to be able to still have multiple trains lined up, but I'm going to do it slightly differently, and I am going to put only iron smelters here, basically furnaces here, and then I will deal with copper at a different location. So I really want to kind of compartmentalize everything. I want to not do this because this is messy, and I know you guys probably are glad to hear me say that if you saw the ridiculousness there as I was doing it. I had better ideas, but it's not the same way I wanted to do things, and plus this layout wasn't going to work as well as I was hoping. Another thing to consider is since we're doing barrels now for oil, we also need to... What? Oh man, hold on. Okay, that should be good. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm all over the place here. So also, just a little side note while the bots are cleaning up here. Over the past week, we've gotten a good number of new subscribers. So if you're here for Factorio, guys, welcome. It's definitely good to see you here. And if you guys ever have any suggestions, or if you want to share anything or anything at all, just let me know in the comments. I'll try to get to everything. I appreciate everybody's feedback, even if it's to tell me that I'm doing terrible. Not that I've received anything like that yet, but it's only a matter of time. Somebody's going to be bluntly honest with me, and I'm going to appreciate it, assuming it's constructive criticism and not the other way around. Okay, I'm going to chill out with the bots here for a bit. Now, in case you're wondering, of course, I'm terrible about explaining things and before I do them. The idea here is I still want to do the loop like I was talking about. Wrong button, all the wrong buttons. I still want to do the loop like I was talking about, but I'm just going to focus this section here on oil. I need to make another section to come down through here. This is going to be our main outside loop, and then from that main outside loop, what I want to have is one additional depot on, right beside here to feed in steel plates when we are ready for those, so that way we can keep a constant supply of oil barrels as needed. So that is for future plans. That is what we have planned. All the plans. Let's say plans again, because plans is a wonderful word. Okay, we're not quite ready for red and blue slants just yet, although I love interface chests. We'll get to that eventually, though. I'm not quite ready for solar. We already have our big things here. I have no idea what I want to research just yet. More than likely, I'm just going to go through and pick some quick things unless I see something here that catches my eye. We're not quite ready for steel furnaces just yet. We will be, though. Crafting speed upgrade. That's kind of expensive, though. Tool belt's expensive. Let's go ahead and get this pick stick because it increases distance. Distance is good. It's not been a problem too much lately, but it was there for a while. Okay, so the idea is to have this kind of be our train queue for oil, so we can have multiple trains lined up this far back, and we have trains here dropping off oil barrels getting emptied here, and then we will have another area down here dealing with each one of these will have the empty oil barrels going back into here, and we will have it drop off onto this train. So actually that's where we left off that last episode. We were going to build this out, so that will happen this episode. Now that we're a few minutes into the episode explaining things. Okay, so and the idea is every time a train empties, it'll go through here, it'll fill back up here after it moves down, and the next one can begin emptying, and it can just be a process. And then we have four lines here. We can actually build 3 more of these and be completely fine here, assuming this can all keep up with the production. And if for some reason these aren't keeping up, I can build a few more out that way, and so on and so forth. We can break it out however we need to in order to accommodate the volume that we're going to be dealing with. So let me go ahead and build up this. Let me adjust my audio on my end again. Okay, here we go. So let's put these down. Let's put these down. I don't think we're going to get a full thing out of this. So what I'm going to do, I know this is not the most efficient way to go about it. Oop. So at least whatever gets spat out here will be evenly divided. And more than likely, we won't need all of this. I'm going to go for 2 for now. Probably could get away with 1 for now, but 2 is better. Why? Because it is. Because I said so. Don't like it? Well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Okay, so power for these guys. Put that there, and that there. Yeah, that should work. The same thing on this side, nice and even. Now we can deal with some oil. We're not ready to quite process yet, but we can at least get some started, and that will come soon. We're not quite there yet. I do plan on building this out, but I need to get more built before I complete this. So this is kind of a side project for now. I kind of want to see what else we have available to us. I want to get rid of some of these trees. I think I am going to turn up the alerts a little bit. Okay, one of these days I'll stop messing with my... So I'm so used to just playing this on single player. Like, I had my sounds set to where, like, they weren't obtrusive, I guess. But here it's like, I jump back and forth between this and AstroNear. And it's like, why do all the sounds have to be so loud? Now, in hindsight, I really probably should have just left everything the way it was, because it sounded alright before. But I did notice that I had all the sliders pretty much pulled all the way back. But unless something ridiculous happens between now and the end of the episode, I give you my word, I will not adjust any more settings. And then between episodes, I'll work with it a bit more before I start recording again, and maybe it'll make more sense. Sound better. Okay, let's go right there. Oops, missed it. And that should work. Let's go ahead and do that. Now this is just going to be the bottom part of the main loop. And the main loop is actually going to extend out a little bit further, so that way this can just be a little side section. Oh my gosh. I would count that as something ridiculous, but I'll choose a long research so we don't have to mess with things anymore. All right, let's crafting speed. That was expensive and long. Mining speed upgrade, that's kind of fun, but let's go ahead and do this. All right, let's lay down more track. Get started on completing the rest of this. I'm not using my bots here just yet because we're not really ready push our bots too hard. I want to get my battery back up to where it needs to be first. And I don't know. Whoops. I did use my bots there. Whoops. Now I know I'm probably building a bit too big, a bit too quick, but I do plan on having a fairly large base by the time all this is said and done. So I want to go ahead and plan to have the space rather than have to squeeze things together later on and make it spaghetti-tastic. Okay, let's get that lined up. Nice. I guess I could have just done that manually. Okay, so we're finishing up this loop here. I think the one piece just needs to be placed. Okay. Are we complete? Nope. Just the one. And then I like to place down rail signals at the turns just to kind of break lengths of track into smaller segments. That probably should be adjusted. There we go. And we are absolutely going to get rid of this. Nope, wrong one. I always get those mixed up.
Unit lost.
Sounds like our robots are back at it again. Oh, there's some lengths of track here that I missed earlier. Oh, it must have been when I was digging stuff back up. There's that. And I don't think that I put one down on the bottom, but we'll find out. We got one there for that guy, and then put one here for that guy. And then there we go. Awesome. So then the next idea, like I said before, is to have basically another depot over here to handle barrel production for oil. We're just going to line that up so it'll be there. Where are my trains? There they are. And also, just for continuity's sake, let's line that up here too. Okay, so that will be our steel plate drop off. Let's do oil, steel plate drop off 1. Okay, I'll get better at naming this stuff as we go. Right now I'm just kind of noting it. Okay, and then the final outside loop is probably going to be... I mean, there's no need for it to be too much further out. So this is just if trains happen to come into the loop and they need to get back out for any reason. They can hit this outside line and not get trapped by any of the, the oil production stuff. Now, I do still plan on having trains come out here and drop stuff off. But I'm thinking, instead of going up and down with my smelters, I'm going to go left to right. So I'll probably have trains come out here with multiple depots. Well, I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. So more than likely, I'll do north to south. So that way, if one comes in and then another can come in and another comes in, so on and so forth, I can feed all those up into here and then they can all come out and then spit back into the main line. Yeah, I think that'll work. So we will, let's try to kind of get that down. Now this is just arbitrary for the time being. I want to definitely have enough room to have at least maybe 2 or 3 trains in each queue. Oops, fat fingering everything today. As usual, actually. Did I pick? I did not pick up the right thing. Okay, let's, whoops, not use bots. Let's go a few more lengths. There, yeah, I think that'll be good. And then we can figure out kind of how to come down from there and drop stuff off. So just to kind of indicate that, I like to use little markers to show what my intents are. So that way later on, I know they're not that wide, but I don't need to put a bunch down. Oh, we're charging up again. Is that what's happening? Yep. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode here because I get the feeling these bots are going to take forever to recharge like they did that one time. So, yeah, we got a little bit done. It was more just reacquainting ourselves to where we were before when we left off at the last episode a few days ago. So, this episode, we already talked about this episode. Next episode, we are going to, actually, I'm going to adjust my sounds and we'll have that fixed. But the plans for next episode, as I continue to ramble on, you know what, we'll figure that out in the next episode. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Take care.